Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and ready for the latest Roxy's weekly challenge, week 27, I believe. Fun little project. I really am vibing with this one from Rachel. Very simple project, but like one of the essentials in a junk journaler's repertoire is just collaging some masterboards, turning them into some ephemera. This particular one, Rachel did a neutral collage, neutral text-based collage, and then Victorian imagery. Now, I don't have the Victorian imagery, but I have selected out some other bits and pieces to use. But we're going to start with the masterboard. I'm being a bit ambitious. I have grabbed out two bases. Whether we'll get the two done, I don't know. It's a bit risky to do two because we may run out of time for the fun bit, the decorating. Not that collage isn't fun, because it is. You know this if you've watched my channel a bit, that I do enjoy collage. So it's all fun, really. So I have a bunch of scraps of neutral kind of texty bits, and I thought also a good project to use up some of these scraps that I've got hanging around, because, you know, I'm never short of them. I don't think any crafter, any junk journaler is ever short of scraps. As fast as we use them up, we make more, and in the process of trying to use them up, we make more. So just starting off, I've got my conflict book page here as my base, you know, because it's not something I want to include as is in a journal. I'm not happy. What are you looking at, Snuggles? Snuggles just came in and was looking at me like maybe she thought I was talking to her or something while I was talking to you guys. Don't know. She should be used to me doing videos, I would think. So just a whole bunch of random scraps I've got here. And I'm going for different colours, different fonts, you know, all that type of thing. I don't have the bountiful array of very old papers like Rachel does. Her beautiful Italian papers. And I'd hazard a guess that, you know, probably 95% of us don't have access to what Rachel does. And that's fine. Like, we don't all need to be using the same stuff. Now with text, I don't worry about which direction it's going. I prefer it to be all over the place. So that's what I'm aiming to do. I'm aiming to put it any which way it fits without worrying. So we're probably going to go through a good amount of glue stick and quite a few glue pages doing this. And I want to try and get these at least one masterboard. We'll definitely get one done, but I'm hoping, shall I push it and try and get two done? Shall we? We'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get this one done, because I want to work as quickly as I can on this. I don't want to kind of overthink things, because it's just a masterboard. Listen to me. It is a masterboard. It doesn't really matter because it's a background. Keeping all these lovely plain strips, of course, for stamping on. I've recently stamped up a whole bunch, so I've got room in my bag for more. Hip hip hooray. Gives me license to put more in my bag because I've emptied some out. Very useful things they are. The mock turtle story. Well, what on earth is a mock turtle? Surely either it's a turtle or it's not, I would have thought. I mean, there's tortoises, which are slightly different but very similar. So is a mock turtle, is it actually a tortoise? I don't know. It's from the Alice in Wonderland. Just taking some really random snippets here. Now I do have a funky edge, so I'm kind of going to just choose a point and collage across it. I could pre-trim it, but you know, I'm not going to take the time right now. I'll do that when I chop it up into pieces. Okay, let's take another bit of this. It's very soft paper, this. It's old and it's soft. Oh, that one's not sticking down very well. Sometimes with old paper I find it doesn't stick as well. It's like it soaks up the glue and then there's no stickiness left. That's what it seems to be like. I don't know whether that's how it is, but sometimes they just like to pop up. Need an extra little bit of pressure and sometimes extra little bit of glue. So as usual, I'll link Rachel's video in the description box. So if you haven't seen her video and would like to pop along and watch her project, and I really recommend you do, because what she makes is just so beautiful with her beautiful Italian papers, and the bits of fussy cuts and stuff that she uses are just beauty for the eyes. They really are. So this feels like Reader's Digest paper. This is quite thin. Some sort of thing like that. And I'll just put that straight up the middle, and I'm going to glue in the middle here because it's all going to be covered, so why not? Zoom around it with the glue stick. And I do have other books and bits and pieces to hand for grabbing out additional pieces. Now this is not super old, it's 1992, but it has been coffee dyed to give it a little more aged look. So I thought that would, and it's a sewing pattern, so a bit of fun. Perhaps put this up here. I think I'll just leave that clean edge because it is coffee dyed, so it's not white. Avoiding the white. Oh, bit curly. Oh, it smells. I can still smell the coffee on it. Yummy. I've got a cup of tea at the moment. It makes me want coffee. Oh, it's a bit sticky. Right, I think back to our glue book. Okay, what other bits have we got here? Is that different? It's the same as that, so we can put a piece over this other side, would be fine. I don't want this edge though, even though it's not white. It's raggedy. Or do we just go with it? I tore off that edge roughly, but I need a straight edge for the edge of my base. Yeah, let's put it there because I'm going to have to patch the strip, so a lot of that blank area will be covered anyway. So I'm thinking I might predominantly go tag shapes, but not entirely sure. It all depends how, you know, what this lends itself to be cutting into in terms of shape. Oh yes, I can spot a different colour bit down here. It's from a recipe book. Maybe we just go with a thin strip of that. Get this, it'll do part of it, won't do all of it, that's fine. It's great feeling to use up some of the small scraps and get them out of my bag to make way for more scraps, although there's not a lot of room in my bag even with what I've taken out. Right, There's a different bit here. Yep, that's a different colour, but I might put it across there. So I'm just remembering I don't want to lose sight of that snippet there that I need to cover over. That's, I think, the same as that, so let's put a bit over the other side. Oops, that didn't tear very well. I think I had a little tear in it, I think, that I didn't see. That way or this way? This way. Let's put this in that gap. I'm going to change out my glue page. Like I said, going to go through a few glue pages. Even this book page here, which is a Reader's Digest, would work well because of the colour. Need a bit more glue out. And it's an old Reader's Digest condensed book, so it would fit really well with the colour palette and neutral look. Right, I feel like I'm making good progress. Right, this is a part of a French dictionary, and it is whiter, but I think we can still go with it. Nothing more fun than a bit of foreign language. Super fun to include. Okay, I've got an old book out here, Arabian Nights, from 1961, and it's this beautiful yellowed crunchy paper. So, I mean, look at that colour. Isn't it just the most amazing colour? So it doesn't have to be like 100+ years old to look really cool, because this is not 100+ years old. This is what, 1960, 80, a little over 80 years old, and it's just beautiful. And I'm going to leave that edge because I think that colour is stunning. Can I just give that a loose tear? How's that going to work? Yep, perfect. Because it is quite fragile paper, it's quite crunchy, so I'm not going to glue it on top of a piece that's already got glue on it, because I think it would stick very badly and rip, tear. Right, whatever this is, some sort of dictionary or thesaurus or something. Do it in there. Sorry, I know I'm gluing off to the side a lot, it's just kind of easier. Quite often, instead of like shifting it backwards and forwards, which I think just takes up more time when I'm trying to work quickly. Kind of challenging myself to see how much I can get done. There, maybe over there, it's a very creamy colour. Maybe there. It's a funny shape, but I'm just going with it and covering over what needs covering over. Should have torn that because that's actually a cut edge, but never mind, it's down now. Oh, I love that fishy image. I don't want to lose that fishy image, so I'm just going to tear down around it. Might leave the explanatory text underneath it as well, just in case. Pop that aside somewhere else. I'm getting picky now. Tell me off. Tell me to stop it. Stop being picky. Just plonk it down. I'm trying, friends. I'm trying. It's just natural to overthink things. Right. Oh, that's got some lovely aging on there too. I don't know that I want to tear that off either. Although it would fit better along the edge. Maybe we'll save that for number 2. What else have we got that's a little bit different? Here we go. This is different. I'm going to take it right down to the inside text. I'm losing half of the words in bold. Deliberate choice. It's a stamping scrap. Like that, I think. Gosh, I feel myself slowing down. I need to fire myself up. What can I do to fire myself up to keep me moving quickly on this? I honestly don't know. I don't know how to stop my brain automatically falling into overthinking mode. Right, old poetry book. Oh, don't know if I want that sign. It says detest my life in that side. And don't really want that on my masterboard. Oh, that's sticky on both sides. Let's just get rid of that. Start a new one. What else have I got? I've got this little old dictionary. Just a regular English dictionary, but it's old. And tiny, tiny text, which can be fun. Yeah, different font. Oops. It's a bit on the whiter side, but never mind. Just a nice big piece of it there. Oh, it's not quite big enough, but we'll patch it. Patch it with something. Maybe a piece of this. Don't know that I like the sound, the sounds, the words on that side. This side's much better. The other one has a bunch of words like grave, smothered, deadness, unfaithful, shameful, disreputable, dishonourable. I mean, not very happy words, are they? Decidedly not. And right at the top on that side says war. So I'm just going to take the word war off. It probably would have been covered over by another bit of text, but just in case, we're going to take it off. Right, we're almost done with this one, guys. Almost. And I'm looking for just something a little bit different. Maybe some music, actually. Haven't used any music. This is from 1960. Let's just take a page. Oh, lots on this side. Let's take this side. Very thin paper. I don't typically keep this type of paper for stamping on because it's so super thin. I did do some, keep some and do it, but generally these days it's like just too easily damaged. Look at that. That's a really cool piece. Let's just go down there and there will do. So I'm not worrying about overlap, overlap's fine. Just helps with the eclectic look and avoiding lines, bits of paper that line up with each other. I'm not such a fan when that happens. And even though you try and avoid it, it often does happen. So the more I can avoid it, the better, because I know it will still happen. And that little bit just in there, and that one's done. I'll do a time check and see how we're getting on. We took 22 minutes. Can I do another one and do it quicker? Quick sip of my cup of tea. Let's grab it out, and it's going to start with this cool, beautiful edged piece, but change out my glue page first. I'm going for it. Hopefully we'll have time to do some decorating at the end, and we've got to chop them up too, so we'll probably chop one up. Won't chop them both up, most likely. I mean, look at the colour on that, so pretty. Maybe we'll put this bit of music along the edge because it fits nicely. Whoops, needs to go that way. Oh, there, that'll do. First it wasn't overlapping enough, and then it overlapped too much, but that's fine. My fingers are getting sticky. Okay, another bit of poetry. This one looks okay in terms of its wording. Talks about wisdom and leaves and foolish children. Well, that's fine. Don't mind that expression, because you know, children are children, and they do things because they don't understand the difference. So I'm happy with that expression, because quite often children are foolish until they learn. And to be fair, a lot of adults are foolish as well. So I'd much rather deal with a foolish child than a foolish adult. Because one is fair enough, the other is just like should know better. And then we can all make mistakes and, you know, make missteps. That's a different thing entirely. Okay, let's just put a nice big long piece of this down there. I think using bigger bits certainly helps it go a bit quicker. But I'm trying to use up scraps as well, and a lot of my scraps are small. So smaller scraps don't help with the speed factor. Let's put that bit there. I zoned out there for a minute, lost in the collage. Maybe should we just put that there? It's a nice big bit, isn't it? Let's do it. There we go. Let's put a bit more music up on this top end. Give that a wonky tear. I'm not going to collage the backs because, you know, we would get no decorating done. I will do that off camera to finish off the pieces. Whoops, I meant to put that over there. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, a bit of Pride and Prejudice. It's a fun stamping strip. This again is very crunchy paper. I think I'd have to be careful where I glue it down on top of, lest it tears on me. Snuggles is digging in the box of paper to get inside it. We've got finished off one of the boxes, the first box of paper, and we've got the second one in, so it's very full and she's finding it hard to make room for herself to get in and out. But she does. She's very persistent, that girl. I think I might give this a more funky edge. Yep, that'll do. But it's also very noisy as she gets in, with the rustling of the paper and the movement of the box. It's very cute. Very, very cute. Right. It's got a cut edge, so let's get rid of that. Pop it there, I think. Okay. Oh, excuse me for a moment. I haven't got time to deal with a drippy nose. That can just jolly well go away. Right, this is a bit of the, whoops, it doesn't like to tear very straight. I'll tidy that bit up later. That can be a stamping strip. Oh, that colour. Just gotta love the colour. Covering over those war images because we don't want to see those. They're historical and they're factual, but they're not happy. Oops. It's stuck in the glue where I glued on the actual base, so just get rid of that because it's now sticky. Yeah, so this is essentially, actually I think this is out of a Reader's Digest magazine rather than a condensed book. It feels exactly like that type of paper out of the magazine. Must have had something, an image or something on it that I wanted. Because typically don't save text out of a Reader's Digest magazine. Talking about a dog on it, a collie. Must have been a story about a person and a dog, I'm guessing. And maybe we'll put this other bit down here. Oh, it's a bit close to that in colour. Maybe over there. Over there will be fine. Right. Grab out this recipe book, which has got fun typewriter type text on it, as well as being, you know, great colour. This also looks like it's got something on it, like from somebody doing some baking. I'm being very careless in my tearing. Is there something on it? No, it's actually a flaw in the paper. It's not actually a bit of food residue like I thought it was. Put that there, I think. I'm racing. I'm trying to go speedily. Okay. What's a different colour that we could pop? That will work there. Fill that bit between the two bits of paper. This is a Spanish book page, which is fun. Fill that corner in. I do like foreign text because you don't have to stop and look at the wording because I don't know what it means. So if there's any bad words on it that somebody who reads Spanish or whatever other language I happen to use can read it and knows that it's bad words, don't tell me, please. I don't want to know. Right, let's use some of this glue page. Might as well put some of that in there. So So this is the sticky side, that side. It's going to fill that gap nicely. It's got some cool italic text, which adds just a little point of difference as well. Put a bit of this in here. We're almost done with this one, and then we can chop one up and decorate it. And that always takes me the longest, is decorating, because that's where I truly start overthinking. Right, so just this bit down here now. Maybe we put another bit of this glue page. Good fodder for the fire. Okay, let's just take a bit of a straight edge. Oops. Yeah, see, it's gluey, sticking to my ruler. So we can put a bit here. Don't want to cover over too much of that pretty first bit that we put down, so I'm going to take it on a bit of an angle. Don't want to cover all this prettiness over. That's the danger of like having a really nice bit and putting it down first, is that when you overlap things, part of it is going to be lost unless you save it for the last layer. Okay, one little scrap. Do we have, what about that bit of music? Yep, that will do me nicely. Oh, maybe the other side. The other side looks cool. Both sides look cool, but oops, it's sticking to my glue page. And I've lost some of the coolness because it tore off. That's all right. Still cool. Right, lid on glue stick. Quick survey. Yes, I can't see any gaps. Fabulous. And now I have like paper flying everywhere because we didn't use it all. Of course we didn't. We never do. So, we did use a bit though, and I'm happy with that. I need to do way more. Way more. Right, put that away. So I've got room. Move those there. Right, so we've got 2 masterboards done, and we have 38, we've done 38 minutes, so the second one definitely didn't take me as long, which is awesome. Okay, so this one was the first one, so the glue's going to be drier, so I will chop up this one. Just got a little overhang there, snip that off. I have no idea what size this is. But it fits in my guillotine this way. So I'm going to, I think I want to do tags, because I am still short on tags, even though I've been trying to concentrate on them lately. Now Rachel was doing some small and some larger, and I think I will try and do some small. Trim up that edge. Right, so some of these still want to do them kind of a funny shape then. They're kind of more journal card shape. Let's trim off these rough edges first anyway. maybe this one, it's a bit thinner, a bit narrower, might suit being chopped in half. What do we think? Yeah, and do that into, they're going to be squat little tags, but that's okay. Once you cut it into the tag shape, it still looks fine. This one maybe, or how about, actually there's a bit of white at the top, let's just trim off that top bit as well, just tidy it up. How about we do not in half, do about here, so that'll be a tag, and this one, do we want to chop it in half again and make mini tags? Yep, we are. We may not get them done, but that's what they're going to be. Okay, just got to make space for myself as I go. So we've got two large ones, and then we've got 3 kind of medium ones, and then 2 mini. So the mini, I haven't really picked out images that would fit those today, so I'll do those at another time, probably off camera. We can do, shall we aim to do 1 larger one and 1 medium one? That sounds like a good plan. And then if we've got time, we'll do more. So ideally I would back these first and then cut them, decorate them up, but it doesn't matter. It's just as easy to cover them once they are decorated up. It's not a big deal. I just know I wouldn't get the backs done and the decorating, so better off doing the decorating for you guys. So that one's a nice big tag. Will it fit on a page? I better check. I don't want to end up with something that doesn't fit on a page, and you know what? It doesn't. So let's just take, do I want to take a bit off the top and make that angle a little bit shallower? Yep, that's better. So that piece I'm just going to bin. Right, and then this one, okay. So for decorating them, as I said at the beginning, Rachel used Victorian imagery, which I don't have. But I do have a stack of images taken from Reader's Digest condensed books. And I thought, why not make an effort to try and use some of these? And this one is one I only just ripped out of a book. And I think it's really pretty. Will it fit? It's a more modern condensed book, this one. Is it a bit small? Do we need something taller? That could work. I don't even know really what's in this stack. Oh, that's pretty, but that's too big. That possibly could be made into a journal card. This lovely lady in her dress looking out at the horse and carriage through the window. This one is a war one, not so much. That one goes the wrong way. That could be a lovely little journal card as well. I did do a project on images from Reader's Digests, and maybe I should do that again. It's a nice, it's a bit small though, it's not tall enough. I don't know if I'm off screen or not, sorry guys. I should bring them across a little bit so you can see me fossicking. I hope I find suitable things in here. So I didn't check. That's a cool map, isn't it? Fun. This is lovely. That might work on a small one. every which way. Another cute little map. I mean, we could take a portion of something like that, might work. About that one, like this little red London bus image, all these teacups and platters and things. Maybe it's a little too muted, kind of get lost on the neutral background. I quite like this one. Let's go with this one on the mini or the medium size tag. How do I want to cut it? Because there's no square, so I think I'm just going to kiss cut it more or less. City scene. Just very loosely cutting around it. Maybe it would have been better with my wee fussy cutting scissors, but that's okay. I think we also need a bit more colour, don't we? I'm feeling like we need to add a bit more colour. I need to print my doilies off from the Junk Journal Studio, because that would have been a lovely addition, I think. But I think I still have some, but I have no idea where they are at the moment. So I really should print some more off. But no, that's not the right colour. A little bit of painty paper. This is fun packing paper. That's pretty good with that, isn't it? Let's do something with that. Without covering over all our beautiful book page. I just read this, off with his head. It's from Alice in Wonderland. It's like, do I actually want off with his head in there? We can get away with it by putting that right over top. So oops, I didn't cut that straight, but that's okay. And we can put that there. Normally I wouldn't centre things, but I think that actually works. So let's glue on our bit of beautiful reddy brown packaging paper. I wish I had more of it. I haven't got a lot. And it's just the most awesome colour, you know, compared to the normal brown, which I love. But when you find something that's just a little bit different, it's just so exciting. I know, I'm so weird. I get excited over packaging paper. And I bet you guys, a lot of you guys would too. Because that's just how we are. We love finding bits for free to use in our junk journaling. Here we go. Puss is trying to get into Snuggles' box with her in there. There's probably going to be some noise. Oh, sounds like the neighbours just had a load of firewood delivered. Did you hear that? The scrambling in that? They were fighting through the gap in the box, and then Puss rolled over and fell off the box. Honestly, he sometimes doesn't act like he's 15. Crazy boy. Just a crazy boy. And if you're not familiar with my channel and come across this for the first time, I'm talking about cats. Yeah, cats. Puss and Snuggles, both cats. just in case you were wondering. I'm guessing most of you, once I say puss, will guess that it's cats, but you know, it's the first time this video I had called Puss by name, so some of you might be going like, who's in the box? What's in the box? Could be a dog or a kid or anything for all you know, if you're not used to my channel. Oh, there's a boxing image. I thought it was just another book page scrap. And it kind of is. Kind of. Right, let's put this focal image on. Making sure we cover up at least some of that off with his head expression from Alice in Wonderland. I really like that. Do I want a label or something? Possibly. Only a little one though. So I'm going to go for Labels of Days Gone By Volume 2 from the Junk Journal Studio. Something like that. Or do we want a more vertical one? No, not vertical. Not that one anyway. We want it a bit bigger. No, I actually like that one, so let's just go with that one. Stop fluffing. Oops, a bit more ink on my brush. Okay, so a hole on that and a bit of tulle or fabric or lace or something, I think, or string. Gee, my fingers are black. How disgusting is that? That's all the glue and book page residue. Just while I clean them. I'm not going to do the hole or anything until after I've backed them. So I won't do that part on camera, the hole, because otherwise it's going to just be a nuisance to redo the hole. Okay, I might need that packing paper again, so we'll keep it out while we look at this one. How are we going on time? Oh, we've got 7 minutes. Can we do this one? Do we want to... Thinking if I take it down beside that portrait there. Oh, trying to get in between the lady and the dog. Can we do it? Think about there. We'll miss the lady's face. That's going to be on this side, and we'll get the dog's face. Just take a little piece out of it. Do a fussy tear. Well, not even a fussy tear, just a shaping, loose shaping. Do we want this? There is that kind of reddy brown in that image, very subtle. Just tear a strip and see what we think. Oops, it's got a straight edge. Let's get rid of that because that looks a bit weird with everything else torn. Or would we like that kind of over there? No, that has to be over that side because it's got a straight edge and then a wonky edge, so it doesn't make sense put that straight edge in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to lay that down. Go with it. Because we're running out of time. Yep, that looks to be okay placement. If it's not too bad, that's where it's going to be. Whoops, I missed a corner there. It's probably going to be covered over with this image, but just in case. I'll also be inking right around the edge of the tags, but we haven't got time for that, so I'll just do that off camera as well. So I'm setting myself up a little list of jobs to do once the camera goes off. Probably this evening. It's work, I would say. Not sure if we're going to the gym tonight because hubby has his personal trainer session tomorrow night. So I'm picking that we will go tomorrow night instead rather than 2 nights in a row. But don't know, haven't actually discussed it yet. So we'll see what hubby says when he gets home. Because we usually go Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Well, that's what we're aiming to do. But so far we've been Monday, Wednesday, and then we didn't go Saturday. Because hubby's legs were feeling a bit weird and he just thought he'd give them a break over the weekend and see how they were come today, which is Monday. But then he's got, as I said, his personal trainer session tomorrow. May as well just like not go tonight and go tomorrow instead, and then maybe go Thursday, which sounds good to me. Just quietly. Right, feeling like we need something up here. So we didn't end up using that image that I took out. That'll be maybe for another one. A label, a bigger label this time. 1916. Well, that's got some nice reddy tones in it. I like that up there, so let's put it up there. Now there might be labels here from volume 2 and from the original, so I'll put both down in the description box just in case, because I can't guarantee that they're different, what am I trying to say? Can't guarantee that they're all from the same kit, so I'll just link both. They're both worth having, and you know, if you bought one of them, you'd be really happy. Either one of them would make you happy. But if you're after a particular label, if you spotted one and go, oh, I really love that one, then yeah, it could be from either of the 2 kits. Okay, something up here maybe, or we could do some stamping. What's the time? No, we don't have time for stamping. Do I have anything else we could add? I feel like it needs something else, but I'm not sure what. Actually, I don't mind it because it's got a lot of different bits of text in there, which is interesting in itself. I'm just thinking, do we want a stamped label just as a point of difference? There's a pinky sort of possibility. These cute little, actually I quite like those. Let's see how quickly I can cut them out. If I go a minute or 2 over, please excuse me, but I just want to get this finished, the front finished. Whoops. Shouldn't be using my big scissors for this. My cutting's getting a bit dicey. I think that's fun. Just got to work out exactly where I'd like them without taking too long. Yeah, I know, I'm taking too long. I'm trying not to. Maybe there. Okay, let's glue them on and then we're done. One, two, and number 3. Just eyeballing, spacing them out roughly evenly as I can with my eyes. And we are done. Awesome. So we got 2 masterboards made. We got one cut up into various sizes and shapes of tag, and then we got 2 decorated. So very, whoops, bit of shrapnel there. Quite simple in terms of the decoration, but I think they're really fun neutral tags with that. While Rachel used Victorian imagery, I've used imagery that harks back towards older times. Even this one with people on bikes in the bus and things, it doesn't read as modern to me, like not now modern anyway, maybe 1950s modern. Did that sound ridiculous? 1950s modern? You know what I mean, don't you guys? I hope so. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm going downhill rapidly. That is today's Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week 27. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got to craft along with me. Thanks so much for keeping me company, and have a great afternoon or evening, and I'll be back again tomorrow with yet another video. I hope to catch you then. Bye for now.